Welcome back. Joe Biden backpedaling on one of his campaign promises, rolling back President Trump's immigration policies on day one.
The last thing we need is to say we're going to stop immediately the access to asylum the way it's being run now and end up with 2 million people on our border. It will get done, and it will get done quickly, but it's not going to be able to be done on day one.
Oops, that's an admission that the borders will be open. In a new op-ed, our next guest says Biden's plan to open our borders to virtually unrestricted immigration would cause a national security crisis. Let's bring in Chuck DeVore. He's a retired Army intel officer who designed and led a border crisis simulation earlier this month. Chuck, thanks so much for being here this morning, and a great op-ed at foxnews.com. What would the consequence be in a total reversal of these policies?
Well, first of all, good morning and wonderful necktie there, Pete.
Thank you.
I understand your colleagues could maybe stand to use a tie.
Yeah.
Maybe I could loan them mine or something. So the huge thing driving this right now is expectations. You have millions of people south of the border, both in the Northern Triangle countries, that's Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, as well as in Mexico, that would love to have a better life in America. And for years under President Donald Trump, it's been difficult to cross the border and to stay in America as an illegal immigrant. And so now you have a new president coming in saying that he's going to change policies on day one. And so you have literally millions of people in the expectation of a softer policy beginning to form up in these caravans and move north. So it seems to me that this may be too little too late, that these words that we're now hearing that say, wait a minute, it's not going to be day one, I don't know if it's going to dissuade people from coming north.
Well, Chuck, whether it's day one or 100 days, here's some things Joe Biden has pledged to do. End wall construction, end remain in Mexico policy, end limits on refugee admissions, end migrant detention of migrants, halt deportation. So you're talking about the signaling that's going on. You talked, and you also mentioned a simulation, or I did, that you put on about the border. You're saying the flood that he may be trying to prevent may already be happening.
It may already be happening, and here's something that's very important. Who's going to be staffing the Biden administration Justice Department? Because what may very well happen is you have this tactic called sue and settle. So you have these groups, these non-governmental organizations that are supportive of illegal immigrants. You have the ACLU. They may sue the new administration saying, oh, this is inhumane treatment. You have to let these individuals in and process them for their asylum claims. They're mostly bogus asylum claims, by the way, here in America, and then hope that they show up a few months later to an immigration judge. This is exactly the sort of thing that if you have a sue and settle suit come up, and then the Biden administration Justice Department says, oh, okay, we have to agree to this, then the president could simply say, I tried, but it's the law. And so we expected in the simulation that we ran that things are going to rapidly build to a humanitarian crisis. You have these drug and human trafficking cartels that stand to make a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of chaos. And then lastly, one of the very disturbing things that came out of our simulation was the substance called carfentanil, which is 100 times more potent than fentanyl, both of which are made in the People's Republic of China. We think that the cartels may begin to start shipping this very potent carfentanil across the border, and you'll see U.S. drug overdose deaths skyrocket.
That's a scary preview. Chuck DeVore, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas. And nice
Merry Christmas.
Time.